Imagine your life is like a journey down a river. The river represents time. Most people either look back, the past, to see where they have been, or stare ahead, the future, trying to predict where the river will end. On this journey, few notice the beauty of the flowing water, the sound of the birds, and the sun's rays dancing on the surface. This river is your life, but the only moment you can truly live is now, and only now. How does the mind work to keep you away from the present? The story of the cunning mind. Imagine your mind as a cunning magician who likes to show you illusions to keep you away from the present. 1. Past illusions. If I had done this, everything would have been better. Your mind captures certain moments from the past and plays them back to you, whether they were painful mistakes or successes that you want to relive. But the reality, the past is gone and will never return. 2. Future illusions. What if I don't succeed? What if things go wrong? These worries are imaginary scenarios created by your mind. The truth is that the future is not written yet, but you waste your energy thinking about it. 3. The result? Instead of living your life, you become a prisoner inside these thoughts. What is the power of now? The power of now is the ability to break free from these mental illusions and return to the present moment, where life exists in all its beauty. It is to be here and now instead of being stuck in there and then. Practical experience. Close your eyes now. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, what is missing from me right now? Right now. You will find that the answer is always nothing. Everything is fine now. Different worlds within a moment. The thriller of the present. Every moment holds tremendous potential, but you don't see it because you're busy thinking. Example. When you drink your morning coffee, do you actually enjoy the taste and smell of it? Or is your mind thinking about work? When you're with someone you love, do you fully live in the moment with them? Or do you get lost in tomorrow's tasks? The present is like a hidden door. If you open it, you'll enter a world full of peace and clarity. Why living in the now is not just a luxury. 1. The only time you have control over. Can you change the past? No. Can you control the future? No. But right now, this moment, you can make decisions, feel, live. 2. The source of your true energy. Worrying about what has happened or will happen drains your energy. Living in the now gives you back that energy to use in the present. Practical steps in an exciting and fun way. Step 1. Be like a detective of the moment. Act as if you are a detective looking for details of the present. Ask yourself, what sounds do I hear now? How do I feel in my body? Am I relaxed or tense? What are the smells around me? Step 2. Stop the movie of thoughts. Imagine that your thoughts are like a movie. When you find yourself in a movie, whether it is a horror movie or a drama, press the stop button. Come back to the present moment by breathing or paying attention to what is happening around you. Step 3. Practice the art of slowing down. The world is fast, but you can slow down your pace. When you eat, take a small bite and chew it slowly, tasting the taste. When you walk, notice your steps instead of the speed. Step 4. The window exercise. Sit by a window or in an outdoor area. Focus on the details of the environment. The movement of trees, the sounds of birds, the changing color of the sky. You will be amazed at how the world is full of beauty that you usually don't notice. What if you became the master of the present? Your story would be different. Instead of being someone who runs in an endless race, you would become someone who lives life in the moment. You would enjoy everything, from a simple cup of tea to your great achievements. You would become more focused because you are no longer distracted by the illusions of time. What if you became the master of the present? Your story would be different. Instead of being someone who runs in an endless race, you would become someone who lives life in the moment. You would enjoy everything, from a simple cup of tea to your great achievements. You would become more focused because you are no longer distracted by the illusions of time. The Moment Seeker. Adam, a man in his mid-30s, lived in a busy city where everything was moving faster than he could keep up with. His life was like a never-ending whirlwind. Between meetings, emails, and family commitments, he had no time to even think about himself. Despite his successful career at a prestigious consulting firm, he felt a deep emptiness inside. Every day he would come home exhausted, grab his phone, and aimlessly scroll through social media. He would always tell himself, "Tomorrow will be a better day. Tomorrow I will find peace." But tomorrow never came. The moment of change. One rainy Friday, Adam decided to go for a walk to a public park to escape the noise of the city and the pressures of life. He sat on a wooden bench overlooking a small lake. As he watched the rain gently falling on the surface of the water, he felt something strange. For a moment, his mind stopped thinking. He wasn't thinking about work, what would happen tomorrow, or even his past mistakes. He simply watched the rain and felt its drops on his face. That moment was magical, but short. His mind quickly returned to its usual whirlwind. I should have done that task at work. What if I lose my job soon? Why did I waste my time here? But something changed inside him. He began to wonder, why can't I live in such a quiet moment all the time? Meeting a meditation master. Adam decided to look for an answer to his question. After searching online and reading some articles, he found an advertisement for a workshop called The Art of Living in the Moment, being held at a small meditation center on the outskirts of the city. On the appointed day, he went to the center where he met a teacher named Maher. Maher was a simple young man who seemed curiously calm. Maher began the workshop by saying, "Most of us live in a past that cannot be changed or in an unpredictable future. But we forget one important thing. The present moment is the only thing that is real." Adam felt that these words were speaking directly to him. Practical experiences. During the workshop, Maher led the participants, including Adam, through a series of exercises designed to help them be present in the moment. 1. Mindful breathing. Exercise. Maher asked everyone to sit in silence and breathe deeply. He said, "Focus only on your breath. If your mind wanders, that's okay. Just bring your attention back to your inhalation and exhalation." At first, Adam found it difficult to stop thinking, but gradually he began to feel a strange calm. He realized that focusing on his breath took him away from his worries and brought his attention back to the present. 2. Slow walking. Maher led the group into a nearby park. He asked them to walk very slowly, paying attention to each step and to the sounds and smells around them. He said, "Notice how your feet feel as they touch the ground. Notice the breeze on your face." This was an unfamiliar experience for Adam, but it made him discover things he hadn't noticed before. The sound of birds chirping, the smell of flowers, and even the feeling of cool air on his skin. 3. Meditate on food. Maher asked the group to eat a small piece of chocolate slowly. He told them, "Put the chocolate in your mouth, but don't swallow it immediately. Feel its taste, its texture, how it melts on your tongue." This simple experience was amazing for Adam. For the first time, he felt like he was really tasting food instead of eating it quickly. The big discovery. After the workshop, Adam sat with Maher and asked him, "Why do I feel like my life has been missing me all these years?" Maher smiled and said, "Because you were living in your mind, not in your reality. You were living in past memories or future fears, and you forgot that life is happening now. The present moment is like a window. If you are busy looking back or forward, you will not see what is in front of you, the real change." Adam returned to his daily life, but he decided to apply what he had learned. When he woke up in the morning, instead of rushing to his phone, he would sit for a few minutes, breathe calmly, and focus on starting the day. When he drank his coffee, he would enjoy its smell and taste instead of thinking about work. At work, he started focusing on one task instead of trying to do everything at once. The changes weren't easy. He often found himself reverting to his old habits. But whenever he felt stressed or anxious, he would remember Maher's words. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, what am I missing at this moment? The answer was always, nothing. Everything is fine now. End of story. Months passed, and Adam's life gradually changed. He didn't become a completely different person, but he became more aware, calmer, and more present. He discovered that happiness doesn't lie in achieving more or having more, but in stopping running for a moment and looking at what he has now. And so Adam found the peace he had been searching for all his life, not in a distant place, but in the moment he was living. Conclusion. The power of now is not just a philosophical idea, but a gateway to a life full of peace and awareness. True life only begins when we stop chasing time and decide to live the moment in all its details.